Hi, my name's Loss, and I used to be really fucking fat. Not really that fat anymore, though. Hello, cherubs! Listen, I feel like I'm losing my mind a little bit this week. I didn't put a video out over the weekend because I'm taking part in someone's master's study about how menstruation affects weightlifting in, obviously, people with uteruses. I was busy this weekend because I was getting inducted into that. Apologies. And we're going to do the fan favourite. And we're going to look at what I eat in a day as a fat person. We love it. It's our favourite. I think we just crack on. But before we crack on with today's video, you getting cracked this Valentine's Day? I'm not, because Liverpool's decided to put a fucking fixture at 8 p.m. on the 14th. And I will be watching. However, my friends at Blesera have very kindly sent me through some more wonderful products that I get to share with you guys. So don't worry if you're like me and the roster is pissed off because you're going to watch the footy on Valentine's Day instead of going dinner or going bowling. Blesera's got you covered. My friends at Blesera and I are literally sending out free toys or gift cards for toys to everyone that signs up for my giveaway. If you don't know who Blesera is, they're very kindly coming to sponsor me again for some fucking reason. Blesera is a by women owned company for all things sexual wellness. And you know me, I'm a sex positive girly. I did a little law drop a few videos ago that one of my special interests is erotic history, and there was comments like, what the fuck is this law drop? Blesera's mission is to empower everyone to embrace, explore and celebrate their sexuality. And I'm a big fan of that. Two of my personal favourites that Blesera very kindly sent to me in recent months. Personally, I like the thump quite a lot. It is the toy that does it all. It vibrates, it sucks, it thumps. And it's kind of designed to be like a de facto replacement for all external clit stimulating vibes. And it utilises Blesera's improved pleasure jet technology. The true feel and vibrations naturally complement the suction at its targeted base and the innovative thump technology for natural clitoral palpitations on the back of the pop grip. It fits and charges in a discreet carrying case, and it's waterproof and USB rechargeable. And the one that I personally like, I also like the Pebble. It has suction and vibration, but they are controlled independently, which for me is dead important. It's ergonomically built to fit perfectly in your hands, so no hand stressing, and most importantly, no annoying patterns. And again, my friends at Blesera and I are literally giving away free toys or gift cards for toys for everyone that signs up for my giveaway in the description below. Thank you again, Blesera, for wanting to work with little old me. What's that about? That's mad. So I got tagged in this one on TikTok. This is a smaller creator in terms of platform, so that's not me being patronizing, that's just genuinely like she's got 1,000 followers, but this video I got tagged in has 157,000 views. We're gonna look at it. I got tagged in it by Abs. Thank you, Abs. Let's do it, kittens.
I said I'd start my diet today, but anyways, here's what I eat in a day as a human vacuum. Starting off strong with some
Do you know what? At least you're honest. In a person, I really value honesty. So I appreciate you saying that you were going to start a diet today, but you're not going to. Thank you for that.
day KFC. Can't go wrong, really, can you? And if you know me, you know that I absolutely live for a good KFC, honey. Honestly, I'm starting to understand mukbangers, or whatever they're called. Because, you know, I stuff my face for free. I can only imagine getting paid for it, darling. Anyways,
And that, my girl, is the slippery slope that all too often we see in this community. 12 p.m. and go for your KFC, son. You're not really telling us what you have in your KFC, though. Some chicken, a burger, chips, wings. It looks like one of those, like one of the combo boxes you can get at KFC. See, this is what worries me, is that obviously, evidently she has an issue with food. If her, she's a self-proclaimed human vacuum cleaner. She obviously is someone who is not of a healthy BMI, right? I understand that this content brings in a mass amount of views for lots of different reasons. My hypothesis is that this kind of content brings in so many views for morbid curiosity, because people can't fathom having takeaway 3 times a day or eating so much in one day, or The second reason, to feel better about themselves. It's like, well, I eat bad, but at least I don't eat this bad. The third being like people using it as inspo to not eat, which I know is quite common as well. Like you see a lot of comments being like, instead of hinging, I watch these videos. None of those reasons are good. None of those reasons are good. I watch for morbid curiosity. When I was fat, I watched because it made me feel validated in the choices I was making, because I won't lie, when I was at my biggest, when I was still working hospitality, my days usually consisted of either a Greg's breakfast, which if you don't know is a chain bakery in the UK, a Greg's breakfast, some sort of instant noodle on my break, whatever I could like shove in my face in the back by the bins on a smoke break, because I don't smoke, but I pretended to smoke so I could have extra breaks. And then when I get home from work, stopping by the Mackey's, because I lived literally 3 streets away from a McDonald's. Watching these videos then was like, okay, well, I'm not the only person that eats like this and lives like this, so it's okay, right? It's okay, right? None of these reasons are good. None of these reasons are good. And then the slippery pipeline of like, okay, this draws a lot of attention, draws a lot of views, and I can get paid for it. You're just asking for trouble. You know what I mean? You're just literally asking for trouble. And I understand that money is necessary to live. Like, I get it. Like, I know. I grew up very poor. Got my first job when I was allowed to at 15. I worked in the Primark before going then to food run when I was 16. Before then waitressing, before then bartending, and so on and so forth, working all the way through uni. And, you know, I've had side jobs on top of my full-time work since I've been a full-time STEM girly. Like, I've tutored, I've done other bits and bobs. Like, money is necessary. I understand why some may go here to earn money. Is it worth your life? Is it worth your health? Being obese steals your life away from you. And I don't just mean the length of your life. It steals years off you in terms of your length of your life. But also, like, your day-to-day life, your ability to partake in things like, I don't know, going out with friends and family, being able to just walk around comfortably, sit down comfortably, going to theme parks, going to get on a plane, doing activities like bowling or mini golf, you know, just like living as a person. It also steals those times away from you because you're so hyperfixated on what you look like. And also, if you're not really asked about that, even though I believe you probably are, you are uncomfortable the entire time. Like, I remember being at my biggest and feeling everything bunch up when I'd, you know, bend over to pick up a bowling ball or whatever, or my thighs rubbing together and having to use fucking liquid talc to stop my thighs bleeding. It's a slippery slope, my girl. Sorry for that little tangent. It was a slippery slope.
Darling. Anyways, look at this cute little mini fillet burger. Ain't she just adorable? Obviously, by now, you'll realise that I do quite like a Red Bull. And apparently, no cuisine was safe with me today. I followed my heart, and my heart wanted everything. Diet starts Monday, I swear. And can we just take a minute for that curry sauce? Oh, it was so yummy.
Looks like baby shit. No brekkie. And I know every time I say they've had no breakfast, I always get someone in my comments going, well, actually, I don't eat breakfast and I'm okay. Right, listen. Not everything's about you. And that's okay. In general, breakfast is good. It ensures that you don't hinge later on. Okay? It sets you up for your day with nice, slow release energy. Keeps you full, keeps you satiated. Doesn't mean you're starving hungry by lunchtime and eating a family meal at KFC. So she went ahead, no brekkie, 12 p.m. at a KFC, nothing then until 6 o'clock when she's got a Chinese. And do you know what the really interesting part about this is? It doesn't look like that much food, and she's not eating often, right? But I can guarantee here she's eaten above her maintenance calories from anywhere between 500 and 1500, depending on what she actually had with the KFC, because she didn't show how many fillets and stuff she had there. And then with a Chinese, once you start incorporating fucking sauces and stuff, it's fucking game over, baby. We all know sauces are the root of all evil. JK. Love garlic sauce. One of my favourite garlic sauces is the garlic and herb one from Domino's. But my point is that they're very calorific. So by the standard, she's probably thinking, oh, I've not eaten that much today. I only had that at lunchtime. But, anyway, let's see.
And honestly, what is a Chinese without a good prawn cracker? I don't know. And one thing you can always count on with a good Chinese is you'll always have leftovers for breakfast. So really, it's a win-win. And all I can say is look at that chicken ball. Oh, I just love a good chicken ball. What's your go-to order from the Chinese? I love a good fried rice, mate. And let's not forget the prawn toast and the satay sauce. Oh, honestly, if a Chinese does a good satay sauce, I know I'm in for a treat, mate. And big shout out to my mum for putting me on satay sauce, mate. Oh, amazing. And
she's having another Red Bull, full sugar, at 6 p.m.
Yes, surprise, surprise, another Red Bull. Ended up eating about half of my rice, so not too bad if I say so myself. Of course, had to throw a couple buenos in there as well. It is cheat day after all. And for the sake of this video, let's pretend that cheat day isn't every day, okay? Thank you very much. Gotta love a good Space Raider and all. Literally only the beef ones though. The rest of the flavours I absolutely can't stand.
Incorrect. The best Space Raiders flavour is pickled onion, and I will have no arguments about it.
Just love the flavour, what can I say? Oh, and you thought I was joking when I said my heart and everything. No. Last but not least, a beautiful mixed doner kebab, because why have just one when you can have lamb and chicken? And as you can see, I really outdid myself and ate pretty much all of it, so well worth it if you ask me. And that's everything I ate today, honey. Bye.
3 takeaways in one day. I'm not a believer in cheat days. Before you jump down my neck, I'm a believer in 80-20, 90-10. For most days of the week, I eat the same thing every day. I know some people fucking hate the idea of doing that, but for me, it takes away any decision fatigue or decision paralysis. And decision fatigue and decision paralysis leads to me delaying those decisions, which means I'm more likely to overeat or give in to ordering a takeaway. So being able to just know what I'm eating and not really think about it, and it's delicious anyway, and I know it's hitting my macros, I know it's hitting what I need to fuel my day, I don't have to think about it. That doesn't mean I don't enjoy a Nando's. Nando's, and I sound like fucking Anna now, Nando's for me is like... I love a Nando's, right? We will order a Nando's. I don't care, man. Shoot me. I eat lentils and fucking tuna every other day of the week. If I fancy a Nando's once a month, I'm going to have a Nando's ordered to me house once a month so I can sit at my PC, scran my Nando's watching Bridgerton, push it to the side and start playing Valorant and D-rank. I live by the 80-20, 90-10 rule where... most of my diet, 90%, 80% of the time, is whole foods and is mostly the same meals over and over again. I still will partake in life's joys. Like, I still will have a Chucky digestive. Like, I was really fancying Chucky digestives last week. So, do you know what I did? Went and got a packet of Chucky digestives and had 1 or 2. That's a really big thing for me, because when I was a hinger, I would have eaten that whole packet in one sitting. Now I've built that resilience within myself to be able to say no to myself, and the trust with myself that this doesn't mean no forever. This just means no right now, and that's okay. 1 or 2 is fine. It's enjoyable. And I found that I actually look forward to it more and appreciate it more when they are in this, like, it is actually seen as a treat. Maybe that someone's going to call me orthorexic. Fine. Okay. Sure, why not? But I'd rather limit myself to 2 digestive bickies in a day than eat like this again. Because I used to eat very similarly. 2, 3 takeaways in one day is fucking abominable. And also, like, one of my big things about this is, like, how the fuck are you guys affording this? Not to bring the video back to money or anything. Because I feel quite comfortable in my life now. I've worked very hard to have the job I have, and I feel quite comfortable now. But a takeaway isn't even that cheap anymore. You used to be able to get like a Chinese in the UK. You'd be able to get a Chinese takeaway, feed the family for like 15 quid. You can't do that anymore. You can't. So where the fuck? You've probably spent like £45 on your food all day to here today. Maybe and some if you want to add in, you know, the delivery fee and whatever. My food shop for 2 adults goes from anywhere between 60 and like 100-ish pounds. It really just depends like on what that, because you know when you run out of olive oil and shit like that and it just ruins your entire week. But on average, like our food shop for this week was 60 quid. Our entire worth of eating, probably about how much this day cost this girl. This was sent to me by Ava. So Ava sent me this link. Thank you, Ava. Much appreciated. Ava sent me this and said, hey girl, I heard you mention in one of your X-Fat Reacts videos that you were trying to find men who did similar content to the women you react to. I don't know how similar it is because I didn't go through that many vids, but this guy seems like he may be something of the type. So he doesn't look outwardly overweight that we're used to seeing. But
everything I eat in a day is a big fat twat. I'm not gonna lie, I've been a lazy, fat, disgusting, horrible troll today. The only time I left my bedroom was to get some food or go for a shit, do you know what I mean? But you know what? I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not a robot. I'm not AI. I need some me time. Sometimes I need a do not disturb day and tell everyone to fuck off. I did have tuna pasta for...
Sometimes I think I talk too fast, and sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I need to slow down because most of my audience is American, and I realise that I can be hard to follow sometimes. So, but this guy should calling yourself a big fat nasty twat or whatever he called himself is such an awful way to speak about yourself. And you guys know I am an advocate for talking nicely to yourself. I believe that change and achieving your goals and ambitions in life can't come from a place of self-hatred. You need to learn to love yourself even when you think you're not being your best self, and to also move with compassion. And I know, sorry, we like hee ha-has here, but this is just my mindset. Are the days when I don't eat the best? Yes. Over Christmas, obviously that's a while ago now, we're fucking February. But over Christmas, like, there were days where those sorts of thoughts would creep in because I'd had one too many chockies out the box or whatever, and I'd have to be like, why are we thinking that? And I'm a big advocate for a type of therapy called IFS. I've talked about this a lot in my recent members only stream. IFS is internal family systems therapy, which is where essentially it's a hypothesis that there's different parts of us inside of us, and the negative voice is a part and it's not us fundamentally. The voice doesn't actually think those things, it's actually just saying those things because it's trying to protect us from something else, right? Over Christmas, the inner critic came to me like, you're eating too many chockies, you're supposed to be a fitness creator, you're supposed to be a health creator, you're supposed to be you know, it was coming to me and going, you're an imposter, you're this, you're that, you're all these things. And I had to sit with it and be like, right, why are we saying those things, critic? And I discovered it's because what was happening is that it's actually trying to protect me and look after me. But by doing so, it's been fucking horrible. Instead of just sitting down and having compassion for myself, my natural instinct was to go to protect myself and say, you're this, you're that, you're ugly, you're fat, you're this, that, and another, rather than to basically stop myself from becoming someone I don't want to be again. But obviously those aren't useful thoughts, and you know, when you sit with them, they're gonna affect your mental health, and actually you're more likely to slip into bad habits and bad coping strategies when you listen to your internal critic. So, you know, I sat down with him and was like, listen, like, what's going on here? Discovered that it was because I have a fear, or he has the fear of me becoming fat again, because being fat again means being depressed again, which means wanting to myself again, which means losing my hobbies, losing my passions, losing my creative outlets, etc., etc. And my inner critic was trying to protect me from going down that spiral by telling me I was fat, so I can't eat the chockies. So I don't get on board with talking to yourself like this. You can't hate yourself into loving yourself. Version of you that you see down the line, when you picture future you, if you picture yourself at the end of your journey, even though these journeys never really end, when you picture yourself and you picture your fittest, healthiest, most ambitious, goal-achieving version of yourself, you like yourself, don't you? You love yourself. You can't hate your way there to that. You have to learn to love yourself now. Like I said, I'm still in therapy, and this is a journey. It never ends, and I'd be a liar to say that I never thought badly about myself and my actions. Like, obviously, I do. Also, this is a bit of a tangent, but also I got CPTSD, so it's one of those things of like, I will probably always have these sorts of thoughts and feelings. But when I hear people talk about themselves like that, I just think, where's that coming from? And he says it with a tone of humor of like, I'm such a fat, disgusting, ha 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 ha. That to me, and this is my inner therapist going out, that says to me that he actually believes those things, but he's hiding it under a tone of humor and irony to protect his own feelings. He's wanting to control the situation and get in there before anyone else can call him those things, and he can be like, see, I control this because I already know that about myself, so I control the situation. Big long tangent, sorry, but I just wanted to get in here and say that. Now to actually look what he's eating. So he's starting off his day with the biggest fucking portion of tuna pasta I've ever seen in my life. Full fat mayo.
Breakfast, because you know what? I can. Who's going to stop me? This tuna pasta had far too much nutrition for my liking. If you watch my videos, you know I normally smother the pasta in a bit of Lurpak and cheese and then have the tuna on the side. But my mum made this pasta and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to shove a load of mayonnaise on it. I'm actually thinking of getting a little mini fridge and a cupboard in my room for snacks because, to be honest, sometimes I don't even have the brain capacity to go downstairs and get myself a packet of crisps. I even feel like the dog's looking at me funny, judging me. Giving me that look like Mad at Benidorm. Oh, you're the big fat lad, aren't you? Do you know what? Tomorrow's a new day and we've made it out of January. Thank fuck for that. My birthday is literally 6 weeks away and I'm so fucking excited. I am organising a huge bar crawl around Soho. It's going to be Gay Icons and I'm thinking of going to share. So if you see me stomping around Soho in a pair of ripped fishnet tights and a dodgy wig, mind your business. I'm not a hooker. You're not going to pay me
Holy
$4.99
shit! Look at the amount of mayo.
Well, I say that, it depends what point of the night it is. Do you know what I mean? Might even do a little cheeky 2-for-1 offer. I'm joking, absolutely not. Strictly minge for me. Guys, I'm actually upset. I haven't even had one of them 2 to 3 years in Dagestan comments yet. Like, come on, roast me, come to me. Come on, boys, give me your worst. I think I'm a bit of a psychopath, because when people are rude to me in my comments, it's actually kind of funny. Like, I genuinely sit there and laugh at them. Anyway, I've gone off on a right fucking tangent there. We'll try and be a bit more motivated tomorrow. Will it happen? I don't know. Bon apple teeth, you big fat twats.
I'm not going to be mean to you, because I think that's what you want. I'm going to be nice and compassionate and say, if you don't fucking buck up your ideas, you're going to have health issues. The thing is, like, what he's eating here isn't inherently horrendous, right? It's not bad. Like, he's not like the previous girl where he's necking down 3 takeaways in one day. Like, he's having some tuna pasta, but it was quite a big portion. And then he's having some crisps and chocolate. Like, again, 80-20. If you want to incorporate those things in your life, go ahead. For me personally, I fucking love, like, savoury person, so I really like bread, butter, charcuterie sort of meats and stuff. So that's gonna be my 10 and 20. We're not on this planet to be fucking miserable, do you know what I mean? And then this is a massive portion of sausage, mash and beans for your tea. Again, not inherently horrendous, like, it's a big portion. Sausages aren't great, pork's not great, but, you know, it's one of them. But the amount of mayo is really what's fucking this day up really badly. I want to look... this is less about the food and more about how he's talking about himself. Some of the most eccentric, confident, jokey people you know are actually some of the most insecure. Projecting much. This talking about yourself in such a negative way but in a jokey tone just screams controlling the narrative to me. I'll leave that one there. So, I wanted to check back in with this girl. In my last What I Eat in a Day video, I got quite a few comments about her in particular. She is the creator that is on a GLP-1. It's difficult because it seems like she's giving it a go. Like, she's trying her best.
Time and your girl is craving Wendy's, as usual. Let's go. I seriously cannot.
As usual is fucking diabolical. I'm craving Wendy's, as usual, is a diabolical sentence.
I'll tell you guys how much this Wendy's order has a grip on my life. Like, I'm eating it multiple times a week at this point. Here she is in all her glory.
Eating a Wendy's order multiple times a week is actual insanity. Going to Wendy's and having the same order multiple times a week is hilarious. And do you know what else tickles me is a lot of, whenever someone asks me, what do I eat and, you know, how did I lose the weight? And I say I eat the same meal plan for this many months straight. I've had people say to me, Oh, I could never eat the same thing every day. You already do. If you can eat the same Wendy's order multiple times a week, you can eat chicken lentils and fucking broccoli every day. Sorry, you can. You can. You just don't want to. Okay, let's see what the order is.
The apple pecan salad. I am obsessed with her.
Wait. What was this?
The apple is in all her glory. The apple pecan salad. I am obsessed with her.
Apple pecan salad. Lettuce, apple, spring mix, dried cranberries in the salad, pomegranate, vinaigrette, dressing, blue cheese, crumbles, roasted pecans. 440 calories. The dressing is 60 calories per serving. Okay, I would be starving.
The pomegranate vinaigrette is chef's kiss. I don't put the nuts on it just because that really doesn't do it for me.
Is that not the point of the fucking salad? Is that it's a pecan salad? Are you daft?
And we like our salad shaken around here. This is such a good protein-packed salad. It's seriously so delicious. Barks root beer, zero sugar. There's no better root beer on the market. So good. I hope you guys have the best day. I will see you later.
I hope you have a good day too. See, the thing is, right, in total, this salad was 500 calories. It had 33 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber, 22 grams of fat. Right, credit where credit's due. I'm not gonna turn my nose up at someone giving it a go. However, my beef comes here, man the pun, because we're eating salad, is the fact that you could have made this at home. This is apparently $10.69. You could have made this at home for way cheaper. Better macros, the calories aren't horrific. Like 500 calories for a chicken salad, fine. So be it. People in the comments being like, as a big girl myself, I can't tell you how many times I've heard eat a salad. Well, here we are eating a salad and you all still complain. It's because it's a fast food salad. And like, do you know what? I understand that those meals have their time and they have their place. And like, if you're on the road and you got no choice and the only hot food you can get on the road is a Wendy's, fine. But if you're leaving your house to go and get a Wendy's salad for $10.69, which is like, for the sake of argument, like £9, £8, you could get the ingredients for that salad and eat it every single day of the week for one single salad that you're getting at Wendy's. So it's the cost, the sugar, the fat. Like, a salad shouldn't have 22 grams of fat. That's half of my fat intake for the day in a salad. And obviously, like, when you're morbidly obese like this girl is, like this woman is, you're obviously focusing more on caloric intake and making lifestyle changes to make that weight shift and make that lifestyle change. I understand that. And then later you can start looking at macros. Looking at calories, macros, this, that, and the other all at one go can be quite overwhelming. I understand that. With the human designed common sense, surely we could see it would be better to just make a salad at home. I don't know. Maybe I'm being nitpicky here. Fine. I'm a cow. What can I say?
This is what I'm eating for lunch. It's Shark Week, so of course I had to get a double cheeseburger.
Shark Week is fucking diabolical. And here's me after I've already talked about periods this video once, because I told you I'm in a fucking study now about it. I'm bleeding, so I've got to have a double cheeseburger. I mean, don't have to. You want to, and that's fine. But don't say you have to. Oh my god, I will be muting this. Holy moly, that was disgusting. Let me describe the sound that just occurred when she munched into that burger then. Have you ever stepped in like a viscous puddle? I'm talking like I don't know, you've accidentally dropped a wet tea towel on the floor, or like something thick and viscous but wet, and it makes that noise. That's the noise that this burger just made in her mouth. Gotta get the ranch in there, of course. Oh my god,
I have not had a Wendy.
when she was chewing those fries then, I'm sorry, like I said, I'm gonna mute this, but when she was chewing the fries then, she grunted like a pig. Like, not on purpose, like, as she was shoving them in, it came out.
Cheeseburger in forever. It's so good.
Oh my god, dude. At least she closes her mouth when she eats. That's more than I can say for most of these people that I react to. Oh, this is bad though. I'm not gonna lie. This is horrific. What's this? I'm gonna distract myself with those eating noises by saying, what's this down here? What's this? I'm British.
I also got some chili, and I like to add sour cream to mine.
Of course you do.
We also got to add the crackers.
Of course you do. Chili and crackers. Of course you do. The heavy breathing from simply opening a packet of crackers. There's signs. Not gonna lie, doesn't look too appealing to me. You fucking knobhead. You fucking tit. You fucking cockend. I wasn't expecting such an egregious slurp. I've done pretty well thus far through this video because she is being very munchy. She is being very squelchy. She is making sure I'm hearing that burger patty being repatified inside that gob. I just wasn't expecting her to slurp the chili so horrifically. And I won't make you listen to that because that was horrendous. But just know that it's just taken me 5 minutes to recover from that. Holy shit. She's still doing it. What pisses me off, and I know this is like really loved by people that like this kind of content, not just like the fetishists, but also like the people that like food content anyway. Cheese pulls. I've always found them vile. Put your food in your mouth. Put your food in your mouth. What is it doing outside of your mouth? Put it in your mouth. Either put it on the plate or put it in your mouth. None of this hanging out your fucking gob between the plate and your gob thing. I hate it. I'm gonna have to turn this one down. This is horrendous. Oh, get your fucking mitts off the fucking cheese, you fucking monster. Holy shit.
That's so good. We gotta try chili cheese nacho fries.
It's gonna send me into fucking orbit, innit? This is gonna send me into orbit.
Yeah.
I'm building up to it. Oh my god.
Water.
Cheers. Thank fucking god. Also got a fucking chug and slip that shit as well.
Next time.
Yeah, see you next time. What have you got for us today, Brandy? Let's do it.
This is what a fat girl eats in a day. Oops. Just gonna put that back on there. Good morning, sweets, for breakfast.
So, me, Angelica Unfiltered, and Honey Bison did a live stream last week. If you didn't catch that, the replay is on Honey Bison's channel. And we discussed Brandy a little bit about how our hypothesis is that she doesn't actually eat a donut every single day because she starts every single video with a donut. My hypothesis, and Melina and Angelica seem to agree with my hypothesis, is that what she does is she goes and buys like a big share box of donuts and she'll basically film an entire week's worth of intros because she essentially makes one of these videos every single day. So the hypothesis is she gets one of these big boxes of donuts, sets herself up in a kitchen, has different outfits ready, and she does the whole dipping in milk thing, bites it, and then doesn't finish the donut, and then changes outfit, changes donut, so on and so forth, because there's a different donut every day. But she never shows herself really finishing the donut. And also sometimes her nails are different in the first clip where she's eating the donut compared to the rest of the video, and the outfit's different, etc. So that was our hypothesis. That's what I put forward, and they seem to agree with me on this one. But in this video today, they're all the same nails.
This is what a fat girl eats in a day.
Those are the same nails.
Oops.
But is this the same outfit? It's a different outfit. See what I mean?
Good morning, sweets. For breakfast, I am just having a yogurt
Different outfit though. See what I'm saying? Same nails. So this was probably, that was probably recorded early in the week. I don't know. Anyway.
bowl. Okay, so you're actually lying if you say that you like plain fat-free Greek yogurt, because by itself, I got a ice.
Yeah, it's disgusting. We never said we liked it on its own. Fat-free Greek yogurt on its own is vile. It's disgusting. What I do is, instead of adding cereal on top like you have, and still not enjoying the actual yogurt part, I just add some liquid sweetener or liquid flavor drops. So my beloved Bulk, they do sugar-free, calorie, like 0 calorie flavor drops, and they come in all different flavors, and they're essentially like liquid sweetener and different flavors, and you can make basically yogurt whatever flavor you want it with these flavor drops. Or if you really want to, you can just mix in powdered sweetener. That's fine as well. And then add all your toppings and such. That's what I do. No one is claiming to like Greek yogurt. Well, I'm not, at least.
Vanilla coffee. Ew. I got a
What? Then why buy it?
hash brown, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
And then I also got the sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin.
Of course you did.
We are at Longhorn, and I have a Diet Coke. And then I also have the bread. We got the firecracker chicken wraps. I got the steak salad and a French onion soup.
Sorry, you can't be rolling your eyes over some fucking steak over lettuce like that. Get a grip. So we have, my nervous system's dysregulated. It's dysregulated. My nervous system. Oh, my therapist is going to be so pissed off at me when I come in on Thursday, and I'm like, yeah, I actually triggered my own fight or flight response on Monday. So Monday, it's Wednesday. Holy shit. Whoa. Oh, disorientated. Yogurt, and because we don't like it, cereal on top. Just have the fucking cereal at that point. Why are we putting ourselves through it? Then on the way to getting this fusion cuisine, it looks like, Longhorn Steakhouse. We're having Mackies on the way there, just in case we don't like our cheese onion soup.
I am finally home. I am overly exhausted, so I'm making coffee.
Exhausted from doing what? Fucking driving around in your car and eating shite all day? It winds me. It winds me up because I don't want to play my dick's bigger than your dick, right? And a lot of my exhaustion comes from a place of privilege, because I'm able to do the things that make me exhausted. So, go to my job, do my job, go to the gym, walk my dogs, come home, hang out with my fella, play games, whatever I do, make content. And, I'm knackered. Every single day of the week, I'm fucking shattered. I'm fucked, right? But I'm very grateful for my life, because those are things I want to do. Don't want to go to my 9 to 5. Don't get me wrong. My job's fine. I enjoy my job. But, it would be great if I didn't have to go to my job and I could just go to the gym and make content all day. That would be awesome. But what a privilege it is to be able to be exhausted from things I enjoy. So, spending time with my animals and taking them out on long walks or hikes or up hills or whatever, and then going to the gym to do a sport that I absolutely love, trying new things. Like today I'm going bouldering with a new friend that I've made in the gym. Get to spend time with my fella, playing games with my friends, doing things I love. What a privilege. But there's people that work their fucking arses off all the time, working 12, 13, 14-hour shifts to make ends meet, that are actually exhausted. And all you've done all day is drive around in your car, eat, come home, and you're exhausted, so you need a coffee. Shut up. You don't know true exhaustion, girl.
I just made like a French vanilla.
Unbelievable. You pissed me off, Brandy. I'm pissed off now. Right, let's check in with Danny. Soz. So I will let you know that Danny, I think I mentioned this in my last What I Eat in a Day of Fat Person video. Danny has been on a weight loss journey again. She hasn't counted calories. So from when I last checked in, she was doing like between 15 to 1700 calories. Fine. Like, I don't know Danny's height, weight. I'm not going to sit here and give her advice on how many calories she should be eating, because that's not my job. Ultimately, I know what I need to do to lose weight, gain weight, and stay the same. And to be honest, if I knew Danny personally in terms of like her height, her weight, how active she actually is, not just what is shown, I could probably give you a rough guess as well. I'm not going to do that though. Not my job. 15, 16 sounds quite low for someone of her weight, but she'll lose weight very fast if she can stick to that. My deficit is 1600 currently. 1700 some days, like on my really high cardio days, because I'm also training for something that I'm really excited to share with you. But that'll come in a future video, but just know that I'm doing something. And that's me, and I'm 5'6", because how tall are you lot? I'm 5'6", right, just about. And I'm quite active, you know, 8,000 to 12,000 steps a day. I lift 4 times a week, and I don't just go in and lift weights. Like, I'm training in Olympic weightlifting, training for something else 3 times a week as well, and I'm dropping weight quite quickly at the moment, off 1600. So 16 just sounds very low for you, Danny. But in her January update, I will give credit where credit's due. She lost 10 pounds in January. Fair enough. Back on, girl. That's about 5-6 kilos for my kilo users, because I don't know pounds either. So this is the video that came just before her I lost 10 pounds January update video.
This is a realistic What I Eat in a Day as a plus size person. For my first meal of the day, I did go to Whataburger. For my drink, I got a sugar-free Coke. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. It's delicious. I got a medium. And then
What, a Diet Coke? It's okay. You can say the word diet, Danny. Your FA girlies aren't going to leave you behind for saying Diet Coke. If anything, the FA girlies love a Diet Coke.
And for my burger, I got the sweet and spicy bacon burger with extra sauce on top of it. But I did trade out the buns for like the lower calorie bun that I could find. This was super yummy. I skipped out on the fries. And then for dinner, I had a bag of broccoli cheese rice and then a side of mesquite barbecue chicken. I feel like I was extremely humbled weighing out that piece of chicken, but nonetheless, it was still really good. And before you ask, this chicken was just from HEB, and I just like warmed it up a little bit because by the time I ate it, it was like way later from when I bought it. And the broccoli cheese rice is, I believe, the Green Giant bag. And for the day, my total came out to 1,978 calories. Not too bad.
Not too bad at all in terms of calories. What I will say, though, is, yeah, when you start weighing your food, when you start learning to weigh food and you start understanding what's in what, it is very humbling. It's very humbling. I've said this before about pasta. I used to be a pasta fiend. Weigh out 75 grams of dry pasta. Come back to me and let me know what you think about that. That's how much I eat now, if I do eat pasta, right? She's playing into 80-20, 90-10. It seemed like, I'm not going to go through all the videos because this isn't a Danny video, but from videos I've seen recently, she is counting calories. If she wants to have a burger every now and again, as long as it fits into her day, fine. What I will say, though, is she skipped out on fries at the I think it was Whataburger, whatever burger place she had, is great. For me, I like to do the same. Not that I very often get burgers, so few and far between. But it's a good idea to do that because honestly, like, I don't feel very satisfied by them and they are just empty and I can literally just do that over and over again and not feel any more satisfied. If anything, they make me just want more. So that's a great idea to, you know, skip out on the fries. You don't fancy it. However, that's not a lot of food. Like, in terms of quantity and volume, yeah, you've gone and had your burger. And she said in the caption what a burger was very much worth it. And if you needed that, fine. If that keeps you on track in terms of your calorie counting, tomorrow you can just crack on and go back to eating 3 square meals of mostly whole foods. So be it. Like I said, I'm privy to a Nando's every now and again. It's not a lot of food though, do you know what I mean? Like one singular burger and then a chicken thigh and some, I think she said this was broccoli rice. I'd be ravenous. But you know what? No, we can't be perfect, can we? We can't be perfect. She's trying her hardest here. And genuinely, I know she hates this side of the internet. I know particularly she has a real issue with my actual friend Melina, Miss Honey Bison. Some people can't handle the brutal honesty of this corner of the internet, and that's fine. I genuinely wish Danny all the best and success in this journey, and hopefully with a little bit of patience with herself and compassion for herself, she can start to be a little bit more disciplined and start looking at, okay, it's not all just about calories. How can I actually eat in a way that keeps me full and satiated? I'm not just giving into my cravings. Do you know what? If you need a Whataburger every now and again and you can fit into your calories, fine. But I know for me, I would not be satisfied or filled with that, and that would lead to something, you know, else for me. So as long as she can just continue to have that compassion, have that trust in herself, and not give in to the slippery slope, crack on, girl. Good luck. Genuinely good luck. But we'll check back in next time. We'll see where she's up to. And you know, it's not a what I eat in a day. We're out checking in on our Lord and Saviour, Abby Taylor. The comments on this one are particularly, this is rage bait, this is rage bait, this is rage bait. I'm pretty looking forward to it. We had a bit of a discussion again on this live stream that I did with Honey Bison and Angelica Unfiltered last week, if we think Abby is rage bait or not. I don't think she is. I think a lot of what we watch over here can be, or they play into it, or they play it up for the camera, in terms of like they'll eat a little bit more than they would usually, or, you know, they'll play into it, you know, they'll play up the character for the views, and fine, you know, Abby's got like 700,000 followers on TikTok. I don't doubt she plays into the character. I think she does. She knows exactly what she's doing. However, I think she eats all this. I think this is exactly how she eats. I don't think she's lying. I think she plays into it. I don't think she's lying though. Let me get comfortable.
What I eat in a day. So for an early morning snack, I had these flaming chicken nuggets. They're from Costco. Honestly, it's so good. So I had 7 of these, and then I covered them in tomato sauce, and I mean literally smothered them. This is my new obsession. I love soggy chicken nuggets. Took my vitamins.
Soggy chicken nuggets. Soggy chicken nuggets.
Absolutely love these vitamins. They taste just like sweeties, so it's just so nice. And then for my actual breakfast, I had some chicken arrabbiata. This is from...
She's so funny. 6:30 spicy chicken nuggies with tomato ketchup. Oh, and then for my actual breakfast, I'm having a pasta ready meal from M&S.
M&S, it is like the ready meals, and I love them. You get 3 for a tenner, and I always think that's so good. I then added
3 for a tenner, Abby. 3 microwavable ready meals for 10 great British pounds. That's not good, Abby. For 3 meals for 1 person for 10 great British pounds. That's how much I spend on meat for 2 people for 7 days. Well, maybe a little bit more. Being a bit pedantic there, maybe close to 15 quid.
Some extra chili flakes, the hot ones, and it makes it so spicy. Added some cheese on top, and it actually melted so good. And then I had 2 slices of garlic bread. Who says you can't have pasta for breakfast? Because whoever says that is just wrong. It is delicious, and it fills you right up. I then
I don't believe in having certain foods at certain times. Eat what you want to eat, right? Fine. But a microwavable pasta at breakfast is crazy.
On a big walk after this, came home hungry again, so I had one of these things. Someone told me these aren't even yogurt, they're actually cheese, and that scarred me, but I just like them. Covered it with 2 yogurts, 2 Oreos on top. Then me and Connor...
At least it's a protein yogurt. Brilliant.
Like, he got a McDonald's right in front of my face, so I got a Red Bull. And then when I came home, I had a luncher with a Baby Bell Light for health. This is the way I eat my Lunchables. I don't put them together like a sandwich. I find that really weird. Then I had a roll and sausage. Oh my god, absolutely delicious. Covered it in brown sauce. Has to be HP. Stop telling me to try other brown sauces. I'm sorry, I have tried them and they do not compare. I then had a 2 litre of Pepsi Max. Then
just an entire 2 litre of Pepsi Max. Brilliant.
for dinner we made loaded naans. This was our last day of no takeaways, so we had to make a fakeaway inspired dinner. It is just a naan bread, chips, mixed cheese, and then homemade chicken tikka. It is so good. It's just marinated from the butchers and it's so nice. What I will say is this dinner was so dry, so I just ended up eating the toppings and I left the naan bread. Wasn't a fan. Needed some pink sauce. But then after that, me and Connor watched a movie and I had some snacks. Rate my snack choices.
It cracks me up that she said, oh, it's homemade chicken, but what she did is she actually went to the butchers who pre-marinated it and she's just cooked it. That's still it's still the same. It's still the same, Happy. Is it going to be better quality meat, and is it going to be probably better in terms of like sugar and fat, getting it from the butchers? Yeah. But you've not sat there, got a chicken breast and marinated it yourself. You went to the butchers and they did it for you. And then you've come home and cooked it. That's not homemade. She's so good. I love her so much. So I'm going to just mute this. Chicken nuggies, 6:30 a.m. 8 a.m. ready-made chicken pasta with garlic bread. 10 a.m. she had one of these protein yoggies with Oreos on top that she's sprinkled in herself. Sugar-free Red Bull at 11. 2:30 light Baby Bell and a chicken and cheese Lunchable. Well, they're not Lunchables in the UK, they're called lunches. Then 4 p.m, she's got bread roll, as she calls it, and 4 sausages with brown sauce with an entire 2 litre of Pepsi Max. Then 6:30 p.m, she has this fucking massive naan, froze on chips, cheese, that chicken tikka that she definitely didn't make herself, even though she called it homemade. She didn't eat the naan because it was too dry, but she did eat the chips, the cheese, and the chicken. And then at 10:30 she has onion rings, which are a type of crisp, great crisp, wine gums, a caramel freddo, and an iron brew extra. She's bottomless. I love it. She cracks me up because she is so bottomless. Do you know what I mean? I love her. She's so funny to me. She's so funny to me. I'll leave that one there. My head's gone, you know. I absolutely fell off. Yeah, I'll leave that one there. Thank you for everyone that sent me DMs or sent me or tagged me in these videos. I do appreciate it, because sometimes you send me creators, like the creators that I've never seen, like that KFC girl, never seen her before, so that was interesting. Don't stop tagging me in them. Even if I don't reply or don't like the comment or whatever, like, I appreciate it and I will probably get to it at some point. Sorry that Carter didn't join us today. He's actually still in bed with his dad. I'll be honest, like, I'm up quite early today, because usually on a Wednesday I'll go to the gym in the morning, then come home, have a shower and then film videos, but I'm going bouldering with a new friend today, so I'm having to record in the morning instead, which is sending me all out of whack. It's doing that routine thing, how it fucks up my routine. So have a good week next week, guys. I'll see you on the other side.